Life, it's something we all experience, yet it remains one of the greatest mysteries. How long will we live? What determines the length and quality of our lives? And how has the expectation of life evolved over time? In the 21st century, we often take it for granted, living longer, healthier lives, but this wasn't always the case. A few centuries ago, life expectancy was far shorter, and people often didn't live past their 30s. But how did we get here? What changed?
Throughout most of human history, life expectancy was remarkably low. In ancient times, most people didn't live long enough to see old age. Diseases, poor nutrition, and lack of sanitation took a heavy toll on populations. For example, in medieval Europe, life expectancy at birth was often around 30 years.
But life expectancy isn't just about how long people live at birth, it's about how long individuals can expect to live in ideal conditions. Even in ancient societies, many people survived into their 50s or 60s, but high infant mortality rates brought the average number down significantly. The first major shift came during the Industrial Revolution. As the world industrialized, sanitation, medicine, and public health improved, leading to dramatic changes in how long people lived. In the 19th century, with the advent of vaccines, the discovery of germs, and breakthroughs in public health infrastructure, life expectancy in Europe and North America began to rise. Cities saw the introduction of cleaner water, better waste management, and the understanding of how diseases spread. Smallpox, cholera, and tuberculosis were no longer the unstoppable forces they once were.
Improvements in medicine, like Edward Jenner's smallpox vaccine and the later development of antibiotics, drastically reduced the number of deaths from infectious diseases. These developments alone pushed life expectancy up, especially in the Western world.
By the 20th century, advancements in medical care and hygiene were so widespread that life expectancy in many developed nations reached 70 years or more. But this wasn't just about medicine, it was about society as a whole. Education, nutrition, and better working conditions all contributed to this remarkable transformation. However, life expectancy isn't uniform across the world. In some countries, particularly in less developed regions, many of the same challenges still exist today. Access to clean water, nutrition, and modern healthcare are not universal.
While life expectancy has risen globally, inequality still exists. For instance, in parts of sub-Saharan Africa, life expectancy can be as low as 50 years due to poverty, conflict, and limited healthcare. But even in wealthier nations, disparities persist, particularly among marginalized groups.
And as we look forward, what are the key factors that will shape the future of life expectancy? While medicine has made incredible strides, we now face new challenges. Non-communicable diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, which are closely linked to lifestyle choices such as diet, exercise, and smoking. The rise of these diseases is a reminder that life expectancy isn't just about treating illnesses, but also about preventing them. Public health initiatives, lifestyle changes, and environmental factors will play a critical role in the future of how long we live. We've made incredible strides in medicine, but the next frontier of life expectancy lies in prevention. Educating people about healthy living, increasing access to healthcare, and reducing environmental risks like pollution will be just as important as curing diseases. But life expectancy isn't just about how long we live, it's about how we live. We are now entering an age where more people are living into their 80s, 90s, and even beyond 100 years. This brings new questions about the quality of life in later years. How do we live well as we age? What kinds of societal structures do we need to support an older population? In countries like Japan, where the average life expectancy is among the highest in the world, the elderly are seen as a vital part of society. They remain active, working, volunteering, and contributing to the community in meaningful ways.
Living longer isn't just about more years, it's about living those years fully. The key is to create environments where older adults can remain physically and mentally healthy, stay connected to others, and contribute meaningfully to society.
So, what can we expect for the future? With rapid advancements in medical science, genetics, and technology, many experts believe we may see even longer lifespans in the coming decades. Could humans one day live to 120 or beyond? The prospect of extending life is becoming increasingly plausible, but it raises complex questions about ethics, sustainability, and the meaning of a long life. As our understanding of genetics deepens and technologies like gene editing and regenerative medicine continue to evolve, the possibility of extending not just the length but also the quality of life grows ever closer. Through advancements like CRISPR gene editing and regenerative therapies, we may one day be able to slow down the aging process itself. But as we look to extend life, we must also consider what kind of life we're extending, and how we can ensure that everyone benefits. In the end, life expectancy is not just a number, it's a reflection of how we as a society care for one another, how we adapt to new challenges, and how we prioritize health and well-being. As we move into the future, we must continue to learn from our past and embrace new solutions to ensure that the expectation of life remains not only longer, but also better. From ancient civilizations to today's cutting-edge science, the journey of life expectancy is a story of progress, challenges, and hope. And as we look to the future, the question remains, how will we shape the lives of those who follow? This has been the story of the expectation of life.